Sorry, Ian, are you right to turn your camera off, please?
Ready?
Steady.
Go. Here at Lloyds Banking Group, there's no such thing. Ready?
Steady.
Go. Here at Lloyds Banking Group, there's no such thing as just an apprentice. I'm in a position to say whether our products are fair, ethical and designed to help Britain prosper.
That moment when you realise you're in a team managing over £150 billion in funds.
It isn't all finance all the time. I led a partnership with Macmillan to help our customers access better cancer care.
Everyone knows you can trust Lloyds. I've seen our bold sustainability commitments and every day I see us following through.
1 minute I'm leaving uni with my sports science degree.
The next, I'm in a room thinking of ideas to help millions of families during the pandemic.
I work in financial crime, international sanctions. As you can imagine, it's a pretty interesting place to be right now.
1 minute you're reading about the cost of living crisis, and the next you're writing a briefing paper on it.
Off the back of my dissertation on DevOps pipelines, I went into an engineering role, and now I'm rolling it out company-wide.
We all got million subscription nowadays, so my team built a tool that helps 18 million customers manage them in our app.
When it's not developing with React or Redux, it's gaming with the other grads or the odd night out.
I couldn't be prouder of my outreach work through Lloyds, helping school-age girls and non-binary people get into coding.
My next step, go for an associate director role, either in my team or something new and exciting. How's that for a rotation?
Hi everyone, and welcome to National Apprentice Week 2024. It's that time of year where in England and Wales we all go that little bit crazy, sharing our love for apprenticeships and helping those still at school to better understand this amazing way through which you can develop your career.
There are so many events and occasions happening right across the country, it's hard to keep a track of everything. So this is your daily download, live streaming at 5 o'clock every weekday evening of National Apprenticeship Week. We'll be bringing you up to speed with the big events of the day and everything we can find for you about apprenticeships and Lloyds Banking Group.
At Lloyds Banking Group, we're proud to have welcomed over 10,000 apprentices into our organisation over the years, and this week's daily download is produced by a number of those apprentices. So introducing myself, I'm Phil, and I'm a data apprentice for Lloyds Banking Group.
And I'm Holly, and I'm also an apprentice here at Lloyds Banking Group. Here at Lloyds, we're passionate and maybe a little crazy about apprenticeships. And for us, National Apprenticeship Week is one of the busiest weeks of the year. We have made it to Friday and it's almost the end of the week. It's been such a busy week, and it's hard to believe that it's been a few days since we were back at Crossley Heath School in Halifax.
In today's daily download, we have Maya Faria to tell us about her apprenticeship journey. Stuart Martin is a senior leader in HR with global experience, and he'll share his perspectives on what he's looking for when he's recruiting.
We've also got Becky Cowan, who is a level 4 data analyst apprentice, already coming towards the end of her apprenticeship and looking forward to her endpoint assessment. We'll be catching up with Becky and her reflecting on the advice she'd give her younger self. Our team have been out on the road, as always, and today our team have been not just out and about in schools and colleges, but have also been at the Elmley Shopping Centre in Staines, where a new advice point for young people has been opened to ensure everyone in that area can learn about apprenticeships. Earlier in the week, Ian was at South Gloucestershire and Stroud College, and he's recorded this film for us.
Hi everybody, my name's Ian from Lloyds Banking Group, so I look after early careers for the bank, and here today in SGS College in Filton, which is not too far away from my home, and it's National Apprenticeship Week, so we've been doing a whole load of different things with students today who've been studying business and tech, and even some care students, and we've been working all about the world of apprenticeships. We've been exploring how apprenticeships work, how they're paid, how they're structured, how ladders of apprenticeships work, and we've been doing all sorts of things, bringing apprentices here as well to be able to explore the reality and practicality of doing an apprenticeship as well. And this is one of a range of different things that we've been doing with SGS. So we were here, and it's great that I could see year 2 students that we worked with on work experience during last year, and great plans for lots of different things that we can do in the remaining academic year ahead with work experience, and even workplace encounters are coming to our campus site in Bristol. So yeah, great day at SGS and lots of great things to come.
Great to have an update from Ian there. So you may not have heard much about human resources, but once you start to work, you will certainly hear about HR, or personnel as it used to be called in the old days, even if it's only because they are the people who ensure that you get paid. Human resources look after bringing in new people to the organisation, ensuring people are trained to do their jobs, figuring out the skills the organisation needs as it moves forward, and creating career structures and making the company a great place to work. In Lloyds Banking Group, our People and Places function has over 1,000 different people who are working to make this happen. Stuart Martin is part of the leadership team with experience in HR from different companies around the world and has a particular passion for inclusivity. Here's what Stuart had to say when we asked him what really helps a candidate stand out.
I absolutely enjoy having apprentices in my business area because they bring a very new and very different set of experiences, set of perspectives, and frankly, just a different energy to the work and the team that they usually are allocated to. In my personal experience, they often ask the obvious question that we who've been in the business for a long time tend to walk past. And this creativity and this courage to ask these questions is absolutely important, an important contribution to our workforce. Apprentices bring huge amounts of curiosity and diversity of thought that is key to unlock innovation as we progress on our digital transformation journey. In my experience, again, they bring huge amounts of creativity, much needed in the world of work. And of course, we all know creativity is something that you can't automate or even look to AI to contribute towards. So that's an important element, an important contribution that they bring. But above all of this, they bring a huge appetite to learn new skills, and then as importantly, apply these new skills in these parts of the business that we much needed going forward. So in my mind, apprentices are a key part of our transformation to a digital bank, and I look forward to having even more in my teams.
Thanks, Stuart, and a great shout out on AI. I attended a cracking talk that he attended yesterday morning. Much recommended. Now for our Crime Fighter Challenge. A crime is being committed, and we need your help to solve it. All this week, Just In Case has been giving out clues relating to financial crime in progress. If you missed a few episodes, you can find everything on our YouTube channel, and Justin has helpfully uploaded the evidence file into the chat for us. Today is the day where everything has to be solved, and everything slots into place. So let's hear what Justin has to say.
Today is the day when we need to solve this crime. If we have not met before, I'm Just In Case, private detective working with a bank to help them figure out a crime in progress. The trail began on social media where I was picking up chatter of some high-end designer handbags, sunglasses and other kinds of gear, expensive stuff, the kind you need a lot of dough to purchase, yet they were being sported by mere kids. A quick scan of Snapchat and Instagram showed a lot of love towards a guy, at least I think it's a guy, called Jack Johnson. One Sunita Sandhu's thrilled with her designer handbag, but what exactly was Jack Johnson up to, and how was he changing her life? I don't even know Jack Johnson's his real name, but as I went through the evidence, I found this post from his Instagram account. It certainly looks tempting. I wondered if I'd stumbled on a case from back earlier in the year, a letter from a concerned parent that sounded familiar, suddenly getting hold of lots of money, buying designer gear, behaving all secretive. And that's what led me to Amber Herald. I check on Amber's bank statement showed some unusual things going on for a college student. Lots of large deposits of money into her account and straight back out again. Doesn't look like she's spending too much time in the library right now. And it seems her bank aren't too impressed either. They've asked her to explain some of the behavior on her account, and when they challenged her, she got quite angry and refused to answer basic questions. Today, I got hold of some insight from a friend who knows how to find these things. It turns out to be a website that specialized in finding fake social media accounts and their real owners. And it's here that I found a bunch of people talking about Jack Johnson, 18. Time and again, people were calling out that Jack Johnson, 18, is a fake ID belonging to someone called Theo Smith. The story was always the same. Theo Smith, posing as Jack Johnson, post a get-rich-quick scheme on Instagram. If you find yourself lured in, the deal sounds pretty easy. All you need to do is give Jack, or shall we call him Theo, your bank details. He then sends you some money pretty instantly, along with some other bank details. All you have to do is send the money on to the bank details he's provided, and to keep an agreed amount back for yourself as compensation for your efforts. And that's what Amber Herald has been up to. So, if you're still following this case, type in the chat who you think the culprit, who you think the accomplice, and whom is the victim. But here's my theory. What's going on here is a scam called money muling. People have cash that they've acquired through illegal means. Let's call it dirty money. And they want to make it look clean again. To make it clean, they need to have someone in the middle who looks innocent, and that's where Amber Herald comes along. Theo Smith hijacks an Instagram account owned by a Jack Johnson and pretends to be Jack. He then lures in Amber Herald and sends her dirty money. She then sends money on to a likely fake bank account opened in a different name, so the clean cash can be withdrawn.
A massive thank you to our detective, Justin Case, who's been great throughout this week. So Phil, we've been following Justin Case throughout the week, hearing all the evidence and forming our theories as to how this crime happened and who is behind it. And I think you've cracked the case, so it'd be great if you could explain how it was all done.
Let me give it a shot. So this is a case of something called money muling, and it's the most common financial crime that involves teenagers. Let me explain why. Across the globe, criminals are always acquiring money from illicit means. Some of the problems we see on the news, whether that is people smuggling illegal substances, modern-day slavery, all involve criminals transferring money between each other. To avoid getting caught, the criminals need to find a way of turning dirty money into clean money in the banking system. And the way they do this is by recruiting money mules. In this case, we have Jack Johnson, Sunita Sandhu, Amber Herald, and Theo Smith. Of all four suspects, it's likely that the only real people are Amber Herald and Jack Johnson. Theo Smith is likely an alias or fake ID, and to be able to carry out money laundering on a big scale, the criminals take over someone else's social media account, normally because they've used an easy-to-guess password. This is deliberate, because in order to convince people to join in the scam, they need something called social proof. To convince Amber Herald to become involved, they know Amber Herald will try and look up the profile of whoever is posting on Instagram. They know Amber will be suspicious of a brand new Instagram account, so instead they take over a genuine regular Instagram account. In this case, of Jack Johnson. Jack gets locked out of his account and the fraud starts off under his name.
And the fraudsters are even cleverer than that. To ensure Amber Herald convinces herself she wants to become involved, they need a few more elements. Firstly, they deliberately target teenagers who they know don't have a lot of money and want things that they can't afford. So this could be concert tickets, handbags, clothing, trainers, and even holidays. They then plant social posts such as the one from Sunita Sandhu, so that when Amber Herald tries to research Jack Johnson, he looks like a genuine person. And with other people crediting Jack Johnson for having changed their lives, it seals the deal and she agrees to become involved.
The fraudsters know that being quite young, Amber Herald will have a clean bank account, one that won't normally flag for suspicious activity. They persuade Amber to hand over her details, they send money into her account, and then ask her to send a smaller amount to someone else. The fraudsters get clean money, and Amber gets to keep a bit for a new handbag. You may wonder, why doesn't Amber just keep all the money? Well, usually, when police investigate these cases, they find out more sinister messages threatening to expose Amber if she doesn't cooperate. Eventually, Amber, and many Ambers like her, get caught. Even though she didn't start the crime and didn't really get a lot out of it, she's the one who's arrested for facilitating money laundering, acquiring a criminal record, a fraud record that is, one that limits her ability to have a bank account, go to uni, get a job, and all for just a few £100s.
So we've had a lot of fun playing along with Justin Case this week, but the story behind the game has been going on across the country all through National Apprenticeship Week, so it's really important that we raise awareness of this. If something seems too good to be true, it almost certainly will be. If you're approached in this way by someone asking you to use your bank account to send money, ask yourself, why are they wanting me to become involved? Whoever you bank with, go into your nearest branch and ask them for help. All bank staff, regardless of the brand, are trained to spot fraud and know what to do. And on a more positive note, every bank Bank has teams of people who are the real life just in case. These are investigators in our economic crime team, and many of them are investigators on a risk apprenticeship scheme. And who knows, if you've enjoyed the game this week, maybe you found yourself a new career.
Maybe indeed. Let's hear from one of our apprentices, Maya, now, to find out what she's doing on her apprenticeship scheme.
Hi, my name is Maya and I'm a people coordinator in our human resources function, People and Places. I sit within a team that provides human resources for human resources. To explain, our team at Lloyds is large and they also need access to human resources support. That makes my team rather niche as we actually provide HR support for our direct colleagues. The apprenticeship scheme I'm on is the Level 5 Human Resources course. My particular scheme is 18 months and actually starts in the next couple of weeks on the second week of February. Since starting in September, I've been undertaking a 90-day induction plan to help ready myself and everyone else on my scheme before we officially start our professional qualification. Once I have successfully completed my course, I will hold a Level 5 qualification, which is the equivalent to a foundation degree. I personally think apprenticeships are great as you gain real on-the-job experience and are paid to learn. I think I always knew I didn't want to go to university, but after some time outside of sixth form, I realised I really wanted to further my education. Lloyds gave me the perfect opportunity to do that, to work and still access higher education. As I haven't yet officially started my apprenticeship, I cannot answer what I think my scheme has taught me about myself. However, in the time I have been at Lloyds, I've become much more confident in my working ability and I feel a lot more confident about my future and feel a lot more secure in the future of my career.
Thank you, Maya, and to all our apprentices that have taken the time out this week to record their stories, to help you see lots of different career pathways that you can take.
Phil, can you believe it? We're at the end of the week and that's it for this year's Daily Download. Let's just remind you though how you can keep the conversation going with us. Coming up in March, Lloyds Careers Live will be exploring careers in technology engineering, and it's so much more than just sitting in front of a screen doing coding. And that's on Tuesday the 5th of March at 5 p.m. March will see National Careers Week, another big one in our calendar. And many of the apprentices you've met this week are available for you to use as mentors. This all happens through our Imagine What's Next platform. It's completely free and a great way to keep learning from those just a few years ahead of you, including myself and Phil. And to know, of course, when training, work experience and vacancies are released, you can find that all on the Imagine What's Next platform. The link is in the chat. Grab it and make sure that you're signed up.
So what I want to do now is say a big thank you to all the people who've helped make this week possible. There are literally hundreds out there who've put in the hard work behind the scenes, and we do have a few of them on the screen. So it's been an absolute pleasure to host Daily Download this year. Catch us again across the rest of 2024 on Lloyds Careers Live. In the meantime,
So it was the feeling that I got when I was welcomed by my team.
Helping people in the most vulnerable of moments.
There's always like some activities going on, fun activities.
Honestly, I actually really can't appreciate everyone enough.
When I joined the group, the first day itself was very warm and welcoming.
And fun as well, a bit of fun too when you were doing the learning and stuff. And
everybody's welcoming, warm, you feel at home.
Satisfaction when you finish the call and somebody's like, thank you, you've helped so much, just makes your day a little bit better.
It's just been very enlightening to have a team that actually supports me and gets me going and ready for work. I've never really had that before.
As a bit of a nerd, the technology is really appealing.
The systems, they're easy to learn.
I really do love it here, and the people are great, everyone is great, coming into the office is great.
My training was genuinely fantastic. It set you up for success.
You are free to express yourself.
There's a lot of stuff to do in Lloyds that are outside of work.
I found the opportunities available very exciting.
It was easier to do the training with people that you can kind of get on with and have a laugh with.
There is always
something that I learn every single day I'm at work.
I felt included from the start. It was really professional, really efficient.
I really enjoy the emphasis placed on personal growth and development.
Every avenue is open, it's very friendly, people are willing to talk and share what they do.